Good day, esteemed guests, ladies and gentlemen. Today, I stand before you to reflect on the journey of N.R.I. It is a story marked by challenges, triumphs, and the unwavering resilience of a committed legend to the well-being of his people. Once upon a time, malaria was referred to as the king of diseases, which has been a major health challenge in Africa for centuries, being a major cause of morbidity, having a devastating impact on families, hindering economic development, and the high rates of mortality. Once upon a time, prostate ailment was considered to be the second most common ailment in males and the sixth leading cause of cancer mortality in men, with a relatively higher death rate in men of African descent. Once upon a time, infertility was seen as a reproductive health problem, affecting over 30% of the population in sub-Saharan Africa. It has been described as Nigerian women's most important reproductive health concern. In fact, it has been a condition that attracts stigma in Nigerian society, where childbearing is considered the hallmark of womanhood, leading most infertile couples on a relentless quest for conception. Once upon a time, diabetes was termed a silent killer disease. By 1994, its prevalence on our continent stood at 3 million. Approximately 7.1 million Africans were said to have been affected by the end of the year 2000. And an estimated 24 million people were said to have diabetes in the year 2021. According to the World Health Organization, diabetes will be the 7th leading cause of death in the year 2030. With more than 54% of people living with diabetes in the African region are undiagnosed. Once upon a time, hypertension or high blood pressure was described as a deadly condition that could lead to stroke, heart attack, heart failure, and kidney damage. According to the World Health Organization, being a significant public health concern in Africa, the prevalence of hypertension in Nigeria has been steadily increasing over the past few decades, leading to several ailments and claiming lives. Once upon a time, stroke is greatly considered to remain one of the leading causes of death and disability in Nigeria, with more than 10 million new cases reported, adding up to about 100 million people living with stroke by the end of year 2019. Once upon a time, the notion that poverty is not just an economic condition, but also a complex social phenomenon that affects health, education, opportunities, and overall well-being was buttressed by the phrase, "Poverty is the greatest disease." Sadly, Africa has the highest extreme poverty rate globally, while Nigeria is referred to as the poverty capital of the world. Considering how incredibly blessed Africa is, with with an enormous and wide array of tens of thousands of plant species, many of which have potent medicinal properties. It is really challenging to quantify the exact richness of Africa's herbal resources. I wonder how much of Africa's herbal resources have been utilized to ensure a healthy race and eradicate poverty. I wonder if a prosperous Africa based on inclusive growth and sustainable development envisioned by the African Union is in sight. However, here comes someone who has risen from obscurity to become beacons of hope and catalysts for change in Africa. He is an astute leader, an excellent researcher, an agent of positive change, a lifesaver, kingmaker, mentor, and motivator, the pillar of development in a sun land, pillar of natural medicine in Africa, a selfless team player, creating good health and abundant wealth, a beacon of hope for the African race, a philanthropist who has empowered over 200,000 people through his poverty alleviation initiative, a visionary looking forward to empowering over 50 million Africans in his lifetime, a detribalized Nigerian born on August 23rd, 1972, with a weakness to fall, but braced up with the strength to rise. A native of Ekpoma, a Southwest local government area, Edo State. Hausa calls him Baban Mutum. Igbo calls him Nukuwoke. Yoruba calls him Okurimeta. Edo calls him Osazi. But I call him a legend. No other person than Professor Clinton Brown Odiagbe.
Ladies and gentlemen,
his journey with N.R.I. in the past 5 years, marked by hardship and adversity, serve as powerful reminder that greatness is not born of privilege, but of unwavering determination and a transformative mindset. This is the story that resonates deeply with Nature's Renaissance International Limited and its guiding force. Just as he has shown us that the journey from humble beginning to monumental impact is possible, it starts with a mindset of belief, determination, and a commitment to service. Let us embrace the spirit of transformation. Let us rise to the challenge, and together, let us build a brighter future for Africa. Therefore, with N.R.I, I see a rising Africa attaining optimal health and wealth. N.R.I! N.R.I! Good health and abundant wealth. Thank you.